time for the Cindy Bennett update on my channel. As you can see, yesterday I put up a video about gel printing, and it is very addicting. I've gone on YouTube and I've seen all of the different techniques that you can use for gel printing. It is just unlimited. It's a lot of fun. This here is my classroom for teaching my students in China. I teach them English online, and I work for a company called VIP Teacher, and I just opened up slots. I did this before a few years ago, and I thought, you know, I want a little part-time job this summer. I really love tutoring for my math tutoring business. I have one person who is actually local, but I still do it on Zoom. I have one person for the summer that I'm tutoring. I have a class later today. But when you tutor people that live near you, then your lessons are going to be during prime time, right? So I didn't really want to give up all my prime time hours. So I said, you know, I'm going to open up slots for my, was VIP Kid, now it's VIP Teacher, which I did before a few years ago, before 2020 and all that. And I was doing quite well with it. And it's great. You can teach at home. So I decided I would open up some slots because I heard that they were welcoming new teachers and people were getting bookings. So I decided I'm going to see what happens. So it worked out that I'm able to teach a few classes in the morning. So it's early morning, and I just open a few slots and I make a few dollars. Like, if you want to be rich, this is not the job for you. But if you don't mind working hard and you want to be home and you're a teacher, you do have to have a teaching certificate. I have a 4-year degree, and then you have to have your TESOL, which is Teaching English as a Second Language certificate, which I have. And you know, some people from 2020, they quit this company and they moved on to bigger and better things. And we call that pivoting, right? So I pivoted and I started teaching in person. Got a little bit of a better job, actually. And I really love that job. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that job, of course, for the fall, but I'm just doing this for the summer. And I also was able to use my skills as a VIP Kid teacher to teach online. So I did learn how to do outschool.com, which I do have a few knitting classes on there and a few crocheting classes. If you message me on there, I can open up times that are not mentioned there. But so far there isn't a lot of activity with that. But I'm getting booked with the VIP Teachers. So pink palm puff hoodie. Lover. Cool. Okay. Hello. Thank you for coming to my video. I do have a hoodie video. That's my highest video on this channel, and it is to put a fur on your hoodie. So you can check that out. And you order the fur from Amazon and you sew the buttons around your hood. It works great. If you have, oh, your name is Lily. Hello. Good. Thank you for coming. If you check it out, if you have like a hoodie that, you know, the fur got ruined, maybe put it in the dryer, which happened to me several times. Or maybe you have a hoodie that doesn't have fur on it. This is what you can do, and you put the buttons on your hoodie, and then when you want to wash the coat or whatever it is, you take it off. Mind blown, right? All these crazy coats with the fur on them that what do? I want to wash the coat, but what am I going to do with this fur? It's going to get ruined. So it never looks the same after you wash it. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'm also crocheting. This is a blanket that I started with my grandkids a few weeks ago when I went on vacation. And I am crocheting here. And it is a pattern of 3 double crochets, skip 2, 3 double crochets, skip 2, 3 double crochets. That's this pattern. And then there's 2 rows of double crochets. And I think I'm almost done. I'm going to do one more white stripe. And then I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the small green stripe like this, which will be the end, which is, it looks like, I think it's 1 double crochet row. No, 2 double crochet rows is what that is. Awesome. Okay. And then I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to do a border. So, every day with Izzy. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. So, I have a lot of interesting things on my channel. I love to crochet. I love to knit also. One of my greatest, I have like some knitting tutorials and some crochet tutorials. And if people ask me questions, I will answer you. So if you're a beginner, let me know. I can help you out with either one. And now I'm starting to do a gel plate printing. I made a video. It didn't come out that great, but it's the beginning. It's the beginning of videotaping me making a gel plate collage. It's also the, you know, doing, I have done a lot of videotaping with a camera, but the camera, like, angle wasn't the greatest. I thought of some new ways to make that happen a little better, but I was really happy with how the collage turned out. And it's kind of weird because I don't always love my art. I kind of, if I do something that I'm copying someone else and it looks like what they did, I like it. But if I'm making it totally random myself, I'm like, does that look good or not look good? I don't know. But I actually think it kind of came out cool. So I'm inspired to do more. But I do have a really good friend, my friend Cherie Burlington, who also is on YouTube. You can look her up. She is an amazing artist, and she's my friend. So we do art together, and we started doing this before she even was on YouTube. She likes to do it as a hobby. It's just to do for fun. And so I lucked out. So thank you, Cherie, if you watch this. But I'm like a hodgepodge. Like, people say on your channel to niche down. And I know, like Cherie, mostly it's gel printing. But she also has taken her gel printing to another level. She has wearable art. And I was over at her house and I saw some of the stuff in person. It's unbelievable. I keep saying I'm gonna get something, but it is not cheap. You know, it's like a big number for me to buy. I think the kimono, it's like a shawl type of thing, is $79. If you get it with the silk, it's $109. But it's one of a kind, made by my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I know whenever I wear it, it's gonna be the prettiest thing I have in my complete closet. She also sells bags with her prints on it, and she showed me this really cool. It's like a big square, and you can turn it into a bag, or you could use it for, you know, if you're going on a picnic or something. I don't know if you'd want to put it on the ground, but she had another website. I don't know if she still has that one up, where she had like a shower curtain I thought was really cool. She wears a lot of her stuff too. She looks beautiful. So that is really cool. And so 2 days ago, I was able to go to her house, make some art with her gel prints. And then I came home yesterday. I just made the collage myself. And it was so much fun. I was all by myself. I was like, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try this. I felt like I was really doing something. And when it came out, I loved it. So we'll see what happens in the future. You know, it's unique art. I don't know if anybody will like it but me, but I like it. So we did that yesterday. And things that I'm doing, I'm a teacher, so I'm actually working on my summer schedule. I was able to go to visit my daughter. I took a plane trip right when school was over, and she just had a new baby. I was able to go see her. That was a blessing. Then we went camping as a family. We went tent camping in the mountains of New Hampshire. So we went on a couple of hikes. We took some time off to, do things. We actually took some of our grandkids with us. We had campfires every night. It did rain a little bit, but we also had some really nice weather too. We went to Polly's Pancake Palace, which is up in the mountains of New Hampshire. If you ever go to New Hampshire in the mountains, you've got to go there. It's really good. They have excellent pancakes, and the view at Polly's Pancake Palace, I think it's Polly's Pancake Palace. I might put the palace on there by myself. But the view is spectacular. It is unbelievable. So if you go up there, you have to check it out. It's, going up to the New Hampshire mountains, that can be a little bit addicting. You go up there, it is just so beautiful. There's so much to do, so many hikes, so many beautiful views, and people just hike like a lot in the mountains. I have a couple of friends that teach at my school, and they are, I don't know, they might be a few years younger than me, but they're hiking all of the 48. Like they go, one friend, she went, I think they stayed overnight. You hike, you bring your gear and you stay overnight, and then you just keep hiking for like 2-3 days straight. And they did it. So they're amazing. So there's hiking to do. We stayed at a tent place, camping site, Moose Hillock. It's like a family camping place. You can bring a tent. You can bring an RV. They have cabins. So there's different types of choices. They have laundry facilities. They have bathroom facilities. They have a big, huge pool. They have a playground for children. Highly recommend it. On Friday nights, they have like a pool with a movie. They have like a big screen. You can swim and watch a movie. That's kind of interesting. It was very cold the night they did it when we were there, but the pool is somewhat heated. I mean, it's not majorly warm. It's a huge pool, but it is heated, so it's not like freezing cold, because in New Hampshire, any kind of body of water is freezing because it's not really warm enough to warm it up. So it's a heated pool. It's very nice. The people there are very nice. They also have an arcade, and the only place that you can do internet is to go to their office, what do you call it, their area where they have picnic tables, and they have the pool, so people can go in the pool and you can sit there and do your internet work, whatever it might be, check your mail. Some people work online, it's not all bad what we do on the internet. And so I actually taught a few tutoring classes there. And so it's a lot of fun. So we did that. I was able to visit some of my children, my other kids nearby. So we've done a lot of visiting, a lot of social things. I also have taken some time out to hang out at home. So I like doing that. Plus, I do have my mother I visit regularly and keep in touch with her. She lives not far away. And so, yeah, so the summer's busy. Now, as far as the State House, June was the last time we were at the State House. The budget was approved, so we did not have to go longer than anticipated. And so now it's just a matter of, you know, staying informed and keeping up with what's happening. Some people are thinking about bills that they want to put in. New Hampshire did pass the no vehicle inspection stickers. And some people are really not happy about it. Some people are really happy about it. And I will tell you, I'm kind of happy about it, but I am a little bit nervous because, you know, we bought a used car for my son, and then they say, oh, it passed inspection. That gives you a little bit of security that maybe it's a decent car. Maybe there isn't anything seriously wrong with it. I got a used car. I got a used car in, I think it was 2021 or so. And you know, there was an inspection sticker. It's a little bit of a security that it's good to drive on the road. And in New Hampshire, we do have rust issues. If you have a hole in the body or something, you want to make sure the brakes are okay. But I think we can work around that. The problem with the inspection sticker was that people would, you know, take their car to the car dealership or the mechanic, and they'd say, can you inspect my car? And then they'd say, well, you need brakes, you need this, you need that. And then it would be turn out to be a $40 inspection sticker is now a $1,500 price tag. And so that still might happen because we still are going to need brakes and things like that. But I think we're hoping that it's not going to be quite so easy for, well, the person can still drive. Okay, so say you do need brakes, but you want to wait 3 weeks instead of 2. So you can still drive even though you don't qualify for an inspection sticker. It gives you a little more time to fix your problem, whatever it might be. So we'll see what happens. Most states in the United States do not have inspection stickers. I had a car that I got in Wisconsin. I think we paid $750 for it. My husband said it's a really good car. I can't remember the name of it. One day I woke up to go somewhere and the car only went in reverse and we had to get rid of it. But that wouldn't have been an inspection issue. That would have been just a mechanical issue because those things aren't covered under inspections. The car that I got in 2021 has served me well. I actually bought it and bought it myself, made the payments myself. And I got it in like September, and the first inspection go around, my birthday's in March, the emergency brake wasn't working. So I had to pay $500 for the emergency brake to be fixed. And I don't think I've ever even used it. But it's there, and it wouldn't have passed inspection unless the emergency brake was fixed. So it is fixed, and so that was the first thing. So only a few months after I got the car. But other than that, it did have had to have the alternator switched. I did break down one day. The alternator had to be changed out, but that ended up working out fine. We got it fixed, and it hasn't given me any other trouble. I mean, we fixed brakes, things like that. I got new tires, but other than that, it has kept me going, and I really love it. I'm hoping to get a newer model of the same thing at some point. I'm hoping for that. We'll see what happens. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on here because I wanted to do a couple rows of my blanket. And what are you doing this summer? Please post in the comments below. Like, are you doing any kind of things, unusual things? Are you learning something new, reading books? What do you do with your free time? I know I have a lot of friends that do YouTube in their free time. I'm a multitasker, so right now I'm doing YouTube and crocheting because I do want to finish this blanket. I'm thinking of possibly putting this into the Deerfield Fair as well. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not sure. I want to see what it looks like when it's completely done. I'm having a little trouble on the edges. It's hard for me to make sure that the edges are square rather than, you know, either gaining a stitch or losing a stitch. And I'm told that the way to fix that problem is to count. Count your stitches, duh. But, you know, it's 100-something stitches. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to, I can kind of count by the threes of the, I should have 30 threes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yep, 30. So I guess I do have the right number. And let me know, do you like to crochet, knit, paint? What is your hobby? What do you like to do? There's so many things on YouTube. And I've also been on the TT app. That's kind of like to share information about different things in the State House. But I've also joined the WDNC group, which is the We Do Not Care group. This is for older ladies, and we're just not caring anymore about whatever. Like, you know, I don't care that my hair is not perfect today, or I don't care that my makeup isn't perfect, or I don't care that I go outside in my pajamas. I might care about that. But, you know, it's just like we've grown up. We have good advice to give, but we're just done with the stressing out about caring about every little thing. And that's the We Do Not Care. And it's been hilarious. There are some people on there that have been so funny. And it's so encouraging. And they're all like following each other. And so I've got over 2,000 followers. And it's been a lot of fun. So the TT app is a whole new world that I never knew about. And you can get into groups of different groups of people, you know, like there's crocheters on there, there's knitters, there's We Do Not Care people. There are over 50 side of TikTok. There is more things than I know. If you type in like gel printing, you can get all the people that like to do gel printing. You can get ideas for gel printing. You can just so many things on that app. And, you know, even the store, you know, you can, I started out by thinking I'm going to sell stuff on the store, but I don't think people really, I don't know. When you click on an item, there's like a whole bunch of people selling the same thing. So I just kind of lost interest in that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm really liking doing the painting. Painting seems to be a really good thing for me. I also like to connect with my friends on YouTube and on the other app as well. I like to come on here and chat. I like to do my teaching jobs. I have the VIP teacher, which you can see my dolls here. These dolls are my dolls that go with the company. They're like Mike and Meg that go with the company. In the slides, there's a lot of talk between Mike and Meg. And these were made by a friend of mine that I met on Ravelry.com. I have not met her in person. She actually lives in Texas. I haven't talked to her in a really long time. But I asked her to make these for me, and I paid her, and she made them so well. I just sent her a picture of Mike and Meg, and she just did it. and she sent them to me in the mail. So that was really, that's like, I don't usually do things like that, but it really worked out well. And I love those dolls. This is my Dino. This is the mascot for the company that I work for. And Dino needs a bath. Honestly, he's a little bit dirty, but. And this backpack I won, I can't even remember how I got that. Or bought it, maybe with my tokens or something. I can't remember. Weird. So anyway, that's what I do. And I also was on a talk show, let's see, Monday. And I was on this talk show. It's on her, she put the videos on YouTube, Chatting with Janine. And she is a local person. She's also a state representative. And she does talk shows on her cable station. And it was for tightwads. It was really great. There was another girl on the show, and she shared some tips, and hopefully that's going to be a continuing show, like, I don't know, once a month or something. So hopefully I'll be able to be on that again. So those of you who are my friends, if you could check that out, give it a like and show some support to that video. Chatting with Janine here on YouTube. She also has it on her cable station, but she has it on YouTube as well. She's interviewed a lot of really cool people. She also did a great tour of the State House. That would be a great resource for kids, you know, when they're studying New Hampshire history, to be able to show them a good video of the tour of the State House. It is a very fascinating building. It's as old as the legislature itself. It is the oldest building that was built for the purpose of the legislature, and it is still operating as it was when it was built. The steps are made of granite. It's gorgeous. So I did that earlier this week, and it was a lot of fun. So that's I keep busy. I keep busy every day. It is what it is. So thank you so much for those of you who come to my video. Hey, Meredith, finally. I got one of my teacher friends to put a comment in there. Thank you. And I know it's a weird time. Usually I come on live at, 7 a.m. or something. 7:15 to 7:30 because I'm on my way to school and I do a car chat, but I'm not going to school today. I'm actually going to my mom's in a little bit. And did you do classes this morning, Meredith? I know my other option is to do Cambly, but I just haven't sunk that low. Cambly is another company that does English as a second language, and you can sign into it, and you will get people from all over the world. It could be anybody from anywhere. And I could do that, but I just haven't, because I don't really have a plan. You have to have your own plan for discussions, and I haven't really figured that out. But you just sign in whenever you want. And I know Meredith was doing that for a while. Hey, no money, a little bit of money is better than no money, right? So I'm making about $100 a week on VIP Kid. I'm not getting fully booked right now with the slots that I open. I don't do the 4 a.m.s. I do I open up 6:30, but if I get a 7 a.m. and I'm going to bed at night, I put short notice for everything after 7 a.m. So that way I won't have to wake up 15 times during the night to check and see if I got any bookings. I did get 2 short notices last night. I had 2 trials today, and they were both good. And trials, you don't get paid that much, but if somebody does sign up, you get an extra $5. So that's good. And both of them did show up. I had a trial yesterday that didn't show up. No classes today, just got out of my workout, sitting at CVS drive-thru. So did you not open slots or nobody booked? Because I found, what's today? Thursday. Not a lot of people book on Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays seem to be low booking days for VIP Kid. I've gotten good on Saturday and Sunday. I don't open up Friday night because I never know if the family's going to end up doing something and I don't want to be stuck. You know, which I should just open them though, you know. I just don't think I can do the all-nighters like some people do, but a few at night wouldn't be too bad. I'm more of a night person. Always off on Thursday, okay. So I am more of a night person, so I'd rather do stuff at night. But I'm looking at still working and building up my tutoring business for math. I have a new model that I have advice for, and I'm going to try it out. I think I have one student that I'm going to work with for that, and my goal is to, you know, probably do more than just one student. And I'm trying to work it out because I like my in-person job, but I don't make big money. I feel like while I'm good and healthy, I want to make the most money that I can make because it would be nice to have a little bit of savings. And also as a plan for the future, because I can teach at home even if I can't drive, you know. I would save money on gas. Say I can't go anywhere, you know, I could still teach online. Or I could also, once I figure out everything, I could teach others how to tutor as well. You know, that could be a model too, that I could be a consultant. So I don't know what's going on. I'm pulling from my yarn. This is interesting. Okay. Oh! So I'm pulling from my yarn and it's going to end. Interesting. It must have been disconnected. So that's another thing. What do you do when you have to start a new... You know, you can do this two ways. Some people do tie a knot if you're in the middle of something and you need to start a new strand. You could tie a knot, but I'm actually almost at the end of the row. So I might be able to get to the end of the row. It's best if you can go to the end of the row and start a new color or a new strand and then hide all the edges later. If you have to start a new color in the middle of your project, it might be a little bit looser and it could get unraveled in the middle. So, are you teaching VIP Kid, Meredith, or Cambly, or both? Cambly is a good company. They don't pay a lot, but it's always available. And I know I've seen people on YouTube that they just go for it. You know, they just do Cambly, Cambly, Cambly. It's easy. You don't have to search for your own students. Being a high-end tutor, you do have to do some advertising. You have to do some fishing. That's what I feel like. It's fishing. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get to the very, very end. Oh, my word. I'm going to have to stop. And this is the end of this color, too. Weird. But I think I'm going to do the unpardonable, and I'm going to tie a knot because I don't want this to be something that will come out. So if you do tie a knot, you just want to really make sure that it is a very tight knot. And hopefully nobody will see it. I don't know. If I want to put this in the fair, hopefully nobody sees my knot. It's kind of the unpardonable for any kind of knitting or crocheting. But I have seen people do it. So here I go. I'm going through the knot. And then what I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to I'm going to tie off my ends. Okay. So I'm going to have, like, you can see I have a lot of ends here because when you change colors, you kind of leave the end. And that's it. That's it for the white. And this is the thing. On this end, I ended with the shells, the 3 triple crochet, 3, not triple crochet, double crochet, 3 in 1 hole. This one is double. I don't think it really matters that much. Nobody's gonna really inspect it that carefully, except for if I put it in the fair. They do inspect. Cambly Kids only, all regular since 2022. I love VIP teacher, but the rules and having to prove something for a tech or cancel just drives me crazy. Yeah. I haven't had any cancellations. I haven't had any tech problems. I have a really good computer, which is good. One time I woke up and the internet wasn't working, but I can just connect it to my phone. I can do the, what do you call it? You know, hotspot. So that works out. But yeah, that's what drove me. And then I tried to do OutSchool, and that's what drove me crazy about OutSchool is that everything, you have to get all the classes approved, then you have to do this, you have to do that, this, and then that. I do have one tutoring student that's my student, and because of all the experience I've had, I know what I do, and I like it, and it's a professional way to do it. And I would like to continue with that model, but then you have to find your own students. So that's a little harder. So I am going to put one more border, and it's going to be the green. And then I'm going to go around the outside of it with something. This makes me nervous because I haven't really ever done this before. I have made blankets, but not very many. I've only made one for... I made one blanket for my daughter, Naomi. I made a blanket for my daughter, Julie, just recently. It came out really cute. And I've never made a blanket like this before. So this is really fun. I usually make my dishcloths, you know. And I thought it came out really nice. I made this as an example for my granddaughters. I started with them. They were given a whole bunch of yarn. And so I wanted to show them what you can do to make a blanket. I'm just going to get up for 1 second. This right here is a needle that you need to hide the ends, okay? So I'm going to have to make a video about hiding the ends. I'm not really at the point where I want to hide all the ends yet, but some people might hide the ends as they're knitting and everything. I hope I wasn't too unsightly when I went in front of the camera. So, so we take this end right here. You thread your needle. I love these plastic ones. You can get a bunch of them online. I'm always losing them. So it's good to have several. And you're just going to go in and out the stitches and through the middle of the stitches, and you're going to go forward 2 inches and back 1, and then you're going to cut that piece off. So I'm still going forward right now. I'm going into the triple double crochets. I'm going forward 2 inches through the middle of the stitches, and then I'm going back 1 inch, and that kind of locks it into place. And if you want, you can go back again, and nobody will see this. You just want to cut the ends. The ends kind of disappear inside your work. You got to go forward and back though, and then you can cut the ends off. Now I have a little kit right here. This has my tools in it. I have lots of crochet hooks in here, and I have these little scissors come with the crochet hooks. I ordered these on Amazon for like $15 for a whole collection. If you go to the store and you buy one crochet hook, it's going to be like $5. But if you go online, you can get a kit like this with a whole bunch of crochet hooks. And the ones in the stores don't have these grips. I love these grips. All different sizes. So you can use big yarn. These are the kind of ones that you get in the store. It doesn't have the gripper on it. And if you get a set like this, you also get some stitch holders. You get the little scissors, you get all the sizes, and you also get some of these little, I don't know what you call them, darning needles. Okay, here we go. Here's a little thing full of them. These are metal ones. These are nice. So this is a nice little holder because I am always losing these. I need like 100 of them. So, and when you get done and you want to hide all your ends, you are so frustrated if you don't have one of them. I also have like a little kit. This is really cute. This is a friend gave me this. She actually has kids that she adopted from China, and she went to China and she got me this. Oh, that's upside down. It's like a little hedgehog. So you open it up, and I have a little pair of scissors, couple darning needles, and I've got, it's like a little crochet hook so that you can fix something if you need to. So, it's really nice because those darning needles need a place to go. So this is awesome. So I could even use this like on the plane. And it just closes up. So I just look for that little thing. I got this bag from one of my kids for Christmas. We do like a gift exchange, and we do the Elfster. And so I requested a new knitting bag because the one I had was getting kind of old. And so that's what I requested. So I have my knitting in there. So when I go places like today, I'm going to be going to see my mother. I'm going to bring my knitting bag, and I do my knitting. I just do a few rows here and a few rows there. I started this when I was camping with my granddaughters, and they actually did some while we were camping. And one of the granddaughters said the dog ate hers. I would be really mad if I put in all that work and the dog ate it. I was kind of mad at the dog, personally. She didn't seem too upset about it. But I kind of was. I was like, what? So, but the other granddaughter, she's coming along with hers. And I like to encourage them because, you know, they like to make chains, but it's nice to have some other thing that you can make as well. And just see that, you know, you do a little bit here, you do a little bit there, and eventually it turns into something. I like to make hats and scarves as well. Now I just don't even know what oh, here it is. So I have my darning needle right here, and you just keep doing one after the other. Now this would be something that I don't like about switching colors. The last blanket I made was Karen Cakes. Thank you for the thumbs up, and thank you for viewing my channel. Give me a few minutes. I need a lot of watch time. I'm doing good, but I don't really have any like supersonic video that is I need more watch time on my channel. So that's one reason why I'm doing this right now. Thank you for watching. Please comment below and let me know. Do you like to knit? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time? I know that I'm pretty sure Meredith, did you say you crochet? I think Meredith either crochets or knits, but not a lot. I have a friend, Kathy, that she's the one that showed me how to do this zip-up back baby sweater. And I would like to do kind of a class on that. Maybe I'm trying to formulate some ideas for some classes. I like knitting, and my specialty is teaching math for young students, algebra, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th algebra and geometry. So I'm gearing up for some ideas for the fall because I'm going to be teaching, I'm going to have Thursdays off, it looks like. So if I have Thursdays off, the students that I have will be given, they'll have like a substitute, not really, probably like a study hall teacher type of thing. And so I'm going to be giving them assignments on the days that I'm not there. And that's because on Thursdays I go to the State House. So that makes it so that it's just a normal schedule for me. But I have to provide work for those who are students, because students still have to go to class. And so that will be an interesting schedule. Plus I'm looking at tutoring so that I will have certain students that I will teach once a week, and then I will be giving assignments. I'm thinking teach once a week, give 3 assignments, and if they get it all done, they have, for homeschoolers or people that have to make up their geometry and they want a teacher. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be looking for a few students. My model is to have a teaching, tutoring business, or math tutoring business. And I should be able to make a better schedule for myself. Plus, I just love teaching online. I love finding students that need specific help with something and using my specialty skills. So that's what we're looking at. So I'm just hiding a few ends, not all of them right now. It will take me a while to get them all hidden. And most of them are on that end. There's a few on this end, but I'm going to be going around the edges. I am kind of looking into, like, what do I do with my edges? My mother has a few blankets at her house that are crocheted, so I've looked at the edges on her blankets that other people did. I've looked up online, borders on crocheted projects. And what are the possibilities? And the thing about crochet, you just do the same thing all the way around. It'll look fine. I do borders on my dishcloth, so it's similar to that, only it's just a bigger thing. Now you can also block this. I don't usually block my projects. Blocking would be, you're going to get it a little bit damp. You're going to put it down on a flat surface and let it dry. And you're going to kind of spread it out so that it's the shape you want it to be. And then it kind of makes it look a little bit more professional, put together. I don't know what you call it. But anyway. So I'm just kind of working on my blanket. I'm thinking about what I'm doing next. I'm actually going to get ready and go to my mom's house. I'm going to stay with her for a little bit. I have a tutoring student today, and I'm going to be thinking about when the next time I can do some art. This weekend, we have our town fair in our town, so I'm going to be at a booth where I just am there because I'm the state representative from our town, talking to people. We also have a wooden flag that we're going to raffle off that's really nice that I got from a friend of ours. So that will be interesting. I'm just hoping that we get enough, people to buy raffle tickets to make the whole thing worth it. And that's always, it's a nice item, but you don't know. I know we did this before with the similar flag and it turned out really nice. But I think that flag was completely donated. I'm kind of hoping that I get at least some of the money back. Maybe not all of it. We'll see how it goes. So we are, it's a busy weekend. Busy, busy, busy. That's the name of the game. I'm always a tad too busy. But I do have time sometimes to sit and do nothing, believe it or not. I go to my mom's. She's, she's older, and we kind of hang out. It's not high stress. And I'll cook her food, and we chat, and it's not really too bad. And so that's busy but not busy. And I love the life of a teacher where you can make some money, but yet you have some time where you can, spend with your family and do things that you like doing. I should be doing more house cleaning, but I feel like that's always available. Always available. I did a lot of decluttering already. I also was given tons of yarn, so I have to figure out how to get rid of this yarn. I went to the senior center in our town, and they said they take yarn, but only, they only want Red Heart. They only want this kind. They know they are very specific, which I don't blame them, because I asked for yarn. I got tons of yarn, and now I have to figure out what to do with it. And you got to find just the right person that wants it, and if it's not majorly clean, I don't want it either. So I have, like, I don't know, 30 binders full of patterns for knitted items, and I don't know what to do with them. I hate to throw them out. Somebody gave them to me from their relative, and they printed out many, many patterns and put them in binders. So it's crazy. So I have them. That's kind of cluttering up my house. So you might hear ding, that's a family chat that's going on right now. And so I should get going. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, eat something. I haven't had breakfast yet. Then I'm going to see my mom. Then I'm going to go, and at her house, I'm going to do my tutoring class. So I'm going to bring all my paraphernalia. So my tutoring class, I like to use my Canva, and I make slides, and we can write on the slides. And I have a trackpad where I can write on the slides with, but I just figured out, like, if I hook up my iPad, I can do touch screen. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use the iPad, and then I can write on the screen with a stylus, and it will be easier than doing my trackpad, which isn't hard, but it's not the neatest, and it will be easier to use either my finger or a stylus or a trackpad. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And the thing it is, I can use Canva. I can make up some slides, and when we do it together, I can leave it on there. The next class, I have it all printed out, and we can review the lesson that we had last time. So it's really great. And I found that, when I was in school, we had to keep notes on everything. Like, we got graded on our notebook, and we had to write everything out. We had to be, careful with our handwriting. Kids, a lot of times these days, they don't write as much, and writing is very difficult. A lot of times they even type out papers for their classes and stuff. So I just found that they aren't going to be keeping notes too much. So the Canva thing is really good. I will be using that in my classes next year as well for school. And I love technology, but I also believe in pen and paper. So that's what I do in my class. I have a TV, so I can write on my iPad, which goes up to the TV. so everybody can see it. It's easier than writing on the whiteboard. You know, for some things, it's just faster. And then I do use my whiteboard, and I also make the kids use pen and paper. So they don't get away with just using computers in my class. All right, so I did that whole end, and I can see right here where it's not straight. So I'm hoping I can fix that with a border. We'll see what happens. Let's see what it looks like. So, and then I got to do this whole side. All right, well, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thank you for your comments. Hey, Robin, good morning. Cindy, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Meredith, for coming. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. And I hope you have a great day. And yeah, my heart is really, it's hard to function every day when you know some people in this country are going through such horrible things nowadays. Sometimes, you know, you just keep knitting, you pray, and thank the Lord for your situation. But it's hard sometimes to just keep going, knowing that other people aren't so fortunate. So continue to pray for our country, for those who are struggling right now, and just trust that God is with them. He is teaching them. He is helping them. And we don't understand the things of this world. We can't. So we just give it to God, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. And this is my blanket. This is like a small blanket. It's not a blanket for a twin bed. It could be a blanket that you might put on the back of a couch. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it might be you put on the back of a couch. I have a blanket right here. A friend made this one. It's knitted by hand, or it could be a baby blanket. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.